Hello everyone, this is Aya in charge of the HRMS Module in Hinawi Software ERP. Our topic for today is about the WPS. I will explain for you the meaning of WPS and then show you the difference between WPS and non-WPS. Of course, it stands for Wage Protection System, and this strategy or policy is used among different countries. So, for example, the United Arab Emirates uses the WPS. However, Jordan, Palestine do not use the WPS process. So to begin with, first of all, we have to go to the Manage Employees and then go to Set Salary and Benefits. Of course, this step is after we create our employees, after we make sure that we did all the previous steps successfully in order to proceed forwards and reach this step where we open the Set Salary window. So in here, we will just select our employee. After that, as we can see here, we have to fill the amount for the basic salary, the amount for the other allowances, and here we have to select the payment mode. So when you select the payment mode, you have three options. You can either pay the salary for the employee through cash, through check, or through bank transfer. Notice here that when I select cash, there's no need to fill anything else here. The bank transfer payment mode. Notice here that this option right here gets activated along with the bank name, the branch, the account number, which leads us to the main topic, which is the WPS, or in other words, we can just call it the SIF as well. It all refers to the same thing. So this checkbox, if we select this and then save the window, this means that this employee will have the salary paid for him or her through the WPS or SIF process. However, if I unselect this, if I keep it empty, this means that the employee will go through the normal process without any WPS process or procedure. So let's go here and select it. Okay, this is the first step done. Second step is we have to fill the bank name. Of course, if the bank name is not one of those options, you can always click Fn, F2 on the keyboard and create a new bank name. Same thing goes for the branch. We have to select the branch and we have to fill the account number or IBAN number. It has to be 23 digits. Make sure you fill the account number here and here as well. And you have to fill the finance number. So when you fill the account number from here, here, and there, this will make it ready for you to proceed forwards with the WPS process, because in the WPS process, you have to fill everything. If you do not fill one of these things, you will be stuck at a certain level and you will not be able to complete everything precisely. So make sure here you fill the account number, both of them, and the finance number, and then save and close this window. However, if you decide to unselect this and keep it as bank transfer, you do not need to fill the account number from here or the finance number, because this is only for the WPS. So this is the first step. Once you do this successfully, you have to now specify whether our employee is timesheet employee or HR employee, because there are two types of any employee. He or she can either be timesheet or HR. Of course, this can be switched and selected differently each month. We have a complete video about the difference between the HR employee and the timesheet employee, but for this video, I will proceed with the steps. If you need more details, you can watch our other video and then come back here to continue. Once you know your employees are timesheet or HR, this will lead you through the next step. Because if the employee is timesheet, you can go from the timesheet menu right here, and then you can, of course, after you finish the shifts, projects, assigning to timesheet, all these things, you can create the timesheet. So creating timesheet is necessary, because if you do not create timesheet, you will not be able to create salary sheet for timesheet employees. So creating the timesheet comes first, and then after you create timesheet successfully, go here to the payroll menu, go to timesheet payroll, and then create salary sheet. Once you create the salary sheet, you have to approve your salary sheet. Of course, make sure you have all these permissions, because if you do not have a certain permission here, you will be stuck. And make sure you have these permissions, or if you don't have all the permissions, make sure that the person who has the permissions completes and continues along the way. Of course, before approving the salary sheet, make sure, as I said, that the bank name is complete, the payment mode, the account number, the routing code. It's very important to make sure all these things are complete before you move to the approved salary sheet. Because after you approve the salary sheet, you will not be able to edit anything. So before I go here and approve the salary sheet, let me show you one very important thing in the setup. So here in the setup, we have to go to the routing codes, the bank routing codes, and make sure you fill the routing codes for the banks. Of course, read this message, it's very important. It says that you can add text or you can fill the fields only if they have a branch name and a bank name. So for example, we cannot fill the routing code here because there is no branch. However, here it says that ADCB Bank has these branches, so we can have our routing codes filled here and there, and here as well if we want. So make sure we fill all the routing codes for the branch names that are displayed here, and then we save and close. This is a very important step to do. Another important step to do before approving the salary sheet is going to set documents, create single document, and then here we will select the employee we want. After that, we have to fill a very important thing here, which is the personal number. Of course, along the other fields, they're all very important, but this assures for you that you will be able to complete the WPS process successfully. So make sure you fill the personal number here and save and close, of course. Once you finish this step, we can now continue from where we stopped a few minutes ago, which is approving the salary sheet. Once we approve the salary sheet, we have to now create the WPS. Now, where do we create the WPS from? Basically from here, the payment of salary sheet. Now, if we're talking about WPS employee, we select WPS. We have two options, whether we want WPS to be selected for HR employees or for timesheet, because this will display for you the list of employees based on their type. So if we're talking about employees who have the timesheet type, we must go here in this case. Once we go there, we will select the filtering we require and need, and then the employee will be displayed here. Of course, if you have filled everything, all the information will be displayed here. So now we have to generate SIF. This is the first step. You have to generate the SIF, and after you generate the SIF, you change the status to be paid. So this is number 1, and this is step number 2. You change the status to paid. After you do this successfully, you go to update to accounting, and then you go to the HRMS update, and then here make sure that you post the salary sheet from WPS. So here we go to post timesheet from WPS. So this is just for the WPS process. And that is everything. That's all we have to do for the WPS in order to be successfully completed. Now let's move to scenario number 2 or example number 2, which is talking about the non-WPS employees. In that case, we go to the manage employees, we go to set salary, we go to create or adjust single salary, we select the employee we want, we select bank transfer, and here we keep this unselected, so the checkbox will stay empty. Just like we have seen before at the beginning of the video, but in this case, this time we will leave it empty because our employee does not follow the WPS this time. After that, there is no need to fill anything that is not related to our example here, because WPS is slightly different than non-WPS in this matter. So all we have to do is just go to timesheet, we create the timesheet, and then we create salary sheet, we approve the salary sheet, and then we go to the payment of salary sheet. And here now we will go and select the non-WPS for timesheet employees, because this time we will not select the WPS for timesheet employees, we will be selecting the non-WPS for timesheet employees. Once we do this successfully, all we have to do now is update to accounting. So this is the last step that is left. Of course, in the non-WPS, we have to, after we select this one, we have to filter employees and continue with creating cash, check, or bank for the employees displayed in this list. So this is how we pay the salary sheet for employees who do not follow the WPS process. So once we select our employee and we create a bank form, it will move forwards and be connected with the accounting displayed. After that, the last step that is left is to go to update to accounting, and then we have to go to the HRMS update, and we have to post the timesheet salary, and we're done. Now let's move to the HR employees who undergo or who follow the WPS. So for employees who follow the WPS, all we have to do is go here to the payroll and go to the HR payroll, create salary sheet, and approve the salary sheet. Notice here that this time I did not go to the timesheet menu, and I did not even mention that we have to do anything in the timesheet menu, because we're talking about HR employees. So therefore we will just go to the HR payroll, create our salary, approve the salary, and proceed normally with all the other steps regarding the payment, which is to go to the create WPS for HR employees from right here. Once we do this, all we have to do is update to QuickBooks, go to the HRMS update, and then post the HR salary payment from WPS. And this is it. This is everything regarding WPS for HR. However, regarding the HR who do not follow the WPS process, have to go to payroll, HR payroll, create salary, approve salary, and then go to the payment of salary sheet and select the first one, non-WPS for HR employees. Once we do this step, once we finish creating and approving and paying the salary sheet and creating the cash or check or bank depending on the payment mode for all the employees, the last step is to go to the update to QuickBooks and then HRMS update, and then we have to go to post HR salary sheet all payment modes, which is the first one, since it doesn't follow the WPS process or procedure. And that is how we cover all 4 categories, which are HR WPS, HR non-WPS, Timesheet WPS, and Timesheet non-WPS. All these 4 of them are necessary depending on the situation, the case, the policies followed, the country. I hope this video was easy and straightforward. Please don't hesitate to contact us in case you need any questions. Thank you.